Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray once tweeted out something that he probably wishes he could take back when he was 14 years old, and the internet has a problem with it. Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. So Kyler Murray, if you don't know much about him, he is a very gifted athlete drafted by the Oakland Athletics, and he plays quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners. And he just won the Heisman Trophy award. He's pretty damn good, and he has a chance to lead Oklahoma to the national championship, though I think he'll lose to Alabama. But that's another discussion point. Kyler Murray was awarded the Heisman Trophy this weekend on Saturday night, and hours after he won the Heisman Trophy, a group of folks, I guess there's some like little cabal of folks who want to bring people down because they're successful. And so what they did was they went through Kyler Murray's Twitter account, his history on Twitter, and found out that according to USA Today, which came out with this original article, Kyler Murray once tweeted out the word queer when making fun of a friend of his or, a teammate of his back when he was 14 years old. Now, Kyler Murray is 21 years old right now, and he sent out, I guess, 3 or 4 tweets where he used the word queer. And now, all of a sudden, he's been labeled a homophobe. And the internet, the angry internet, demanded that Kyler Murray apologize for tweeting out the word queer when messing around with one of his buddies. We've got to stop this, folks. 14-year-old kids, I'm pretty sure just about every single one of us when we were 14 years old said something or did something that when we were 21, 22, 30, 40 years old, 50 years old, we probably wouldn't do. You do dumb things when you're 14. You say dumb things when you're 14 years old. Now, I'm not trying to excuse anything. I don't want the language police to get mad and furious with me and say, oh, Chad Hasty says it's fine to use the word queer and everything else. My God, he was 14 years old. What you do at 14 doesn't make you what you are at 21 or at 30 or 50 or 60 or any other age. You're a young, dumb kid at 14 years old. But this has a lesson. This is a lesson for 14-year-olds and 15 and 13 and 12-year-olds. Be careful what you post on social media. People are always watching, and they're going to dig through your Twitter account if you're successful and if you have opportunities ahead of you. There are people out here in the United States that want to bring you down for no other reason than you're successful. It's crazy. And they also want to make everyone think that you're homophobic. I keep seeing these headlines that Kyler Murray tweeted out homophobic things. He never said, I hate gay people. He never said, we need to lock up all these gay folks. No, he was joking around with a buddy and called him queer. You know what? I, and probably you, if you're watching this on YouTube, probably heard a lot worse when you were at recess or out on the football field or baseball field or wherever you were. Guys made fun of each other. Guys went after each other. Friends would make fun of each other. That's just kind of what happened. And yes, sometimes slurs were used. Now, did you mean anything by it? Of course not. But that's what you heard. And today, if you tweeted out making fun of a buddy and called your buddy queer, at 14, that automatically now makes you a homophobe and you have to apologize for it. It's absolutely absurd. Kyler Murray should be left alone for what he tweeted out when he was 14 years old or 15 or 16 years old. We've seen this play out with other athletes, with other celebrities, and we'll see it with politicians. I can't wait for the day when we are confirming someone onto the U.S. Supreme Court that has a very, very big Snapchat history. I can't wait for that. And you know it's going to happen at some point. Someone's going to be running for president. They're going to be running for Congress. They're going to be appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. And you're going to have members of Congress going through their Snapchat account. You're going to have members of of Congress going through their Instagram and through their Twitter feed and everything else. It's going to be a pain in the ass because not everyone is perfect and not everyone is perfect online. Listen, you can be upset with what 14-year-old Kyler Murray tweeted out when he was, again, 14 years old. But you know what? I've seen a hell of a lot worse on Twitter in recent days from adults who aren't being homophobic, but they're saying a lot of really bad things on social media, and they're not shamed for it at all. Listen, here's the thing to take away from it. Be careful of what you post on social media. People out there want to bring you down if you're successful. If you accomplish anything, they want to bring you down. You want to be a good person. Of course you are. Kyler Murray, I have no reason to believe that he's not a good person. But I have no reason to believe that he's homophobic at all. But you have people who want to make him out to be and people who want to try to bring him down and hurt his future earnings as a professional athlete by making him look as though he has some character flaw or two. Listen, we've got real problems here in the United States. We got people who are really hateful here in the United States, and that's what we should be focusing on rather than what a 13 or 14 or 15-year-old sends out on Twitter. But my advice to you, maybe you are, no longer a teenager, you are in college, you are out of college looking for a job. Clean up that Twitter history. If you think there might be anything on Twitter and really this is for anybody because I've seen what some of you post on Twitter and I've seen some of the YouTube comments as well. Clean that crap up, okay? Because you never know who's going to be watching and who wants to come after you next. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO.